What shocking thing happened at a wedding that made everyone freeze up at once? Everyone knew Blake and Rosalie were going to last forever. Like seriously, this guy had her military dad laughing so hard he choked the first time they ever met while the rest of us had never even heard him speak. Blake invented Random Flower Day, where once a month he'd show up with a bouquet of exotic flowers shipped from a different country around the world each time. Our girlfriends would literally use him as an example during every argument. This is what a real man looks like. He organized flash mobs for her birthday, learned to cook her grandmother's recipes, and treated Rosalie like it was her birthday every day. Then Rosalie's mom got diagnosed with lupus, and Blake didn't even hesitate. He switched to night shifts at his accounting firm so he could drive her mom to treatments during the day. He even sold his beloved motorcycle, the one he'd rebuilt with his dad, just to cover the co-pays when Rosalie's family hit their insurance limit. While the rest of us were complaining about meeting our girlfriend's parents once a month, Blake was at every single family dinner, helping Rosalie's mother cook, helping her dad fix the roof, and teaching her little brother to drive. 3 years in, Blake proposed. He got down on one knee at her favorite restaurant with her whole family there. With her grandmother's ring he'd personally restored, and gave this speech about how she saved him from being a workaholic with no purpose. The whole restaurant started clapping. Rosalie was crying so hard she could barely say yes. The wedding planning was insane. Blake handled everything she got stressed about. Vendor calls, seating arrangements, dealing with her crazy aunt who demanded vegan options for everyone. The day finally came. It was a beautiful beach and packed with 300 guests. Rosalie looked incredible walking down that aisle, her dad tearing up next to her, and Blake standing at the altar with tears already running down his face. The officiant, Blake's best friend, went through all the traditional stuff. The readings, the vows. Rosalie went first, and by the end, everyone was dabbing their eyes with tissues. Then came the big moment. Do you, Blake, take Rosalie to be your lawfully wedded wife? The whole beach was silent, everyone waiting for that enthusiastic yes we all expected. Blake looked at Rosalie for what felt like forever. Then he took a deep breath and said, clear as day, 2 hours ago, I would have hoisted you up in the air and screamed yes. But now, you disgust me. And I never want to see you again in my life. He turned and walked away. Rosalie's face went from confused to horrified in about 2 seconds. She literally collapsed right there in her wedding dress. The best friend stood there with his mouth open. Blake's mom started running after him, screaming his name. Rosalie's bridesmaids rushed to her, trying to get her to breathe. The whole beach erupted. People were standing up, shouting, asking what the hell just happened. Blake just kept walking, got to the car park where a cab was waiting for him, and drove off. Nobody could make sense of it. His groomsmen were blowing up his phone, getting nothing. Rosalie had to be sedated and taken to the hospital. Her brother started calling hospitals thinking Blake had a psychotic break. Then Blake's best man, Tony, finally got through to him that night. What he found out made everyone's anger turn to complete shock. That morning, Blake had logged into his old Hotmail account from high school. He was looking for the first email he'd ever sent Rosalie asking